And hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host, Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for the brand new Marvel-based film, the 21st film in the Marvel Universe, Captain Marvel. Now, I've been waiting for Captain Marvel to come to the Marvel Universe for a very long time. Captain Marvel is actually my #1 favorite female Marvel character of all time. She's, as I call her, Supergirl of the Marvel Universe, which she is. She's actually based off of Supergirl, so there's that. So this movie does star Brie Larson, Samuel Jackson, and Ben Mendelsohn, I believe. Yeah, Ben Mendelsohn, that's his name. Anyway, he's in every movie. He's great. Especially he loves playing bad guys too. And he's one of the Skrulls. And don't worry, no spoilers here. So, let's talk about Captain Marvel, because we all know, if you've seen Avengers Endgame, Avengers Infinity War. Endgame's, yeah, I wish. Anyway, if you've seen Avengers Infinity War, you know the ending of that movie, where Samuel Jackson gets his little pager, he contacts Captain Marvel before he dusts, right? You know, as he dusting. So, she gets the message. So, we know she's coming. But we needed to go back a few years, or a few decades if you want, to really get to know who is Carol Danvers and what's she all about. Why is she who she is? Anyway, so we get to meet Carol. In the beginning of the movie, she's basically a galactic police officer working for the Kree. That's what she is. She's a cop, kind of like a cop, pretty much. What they do, they protect, you know, the galaxy and all that stuff. So their main big threats are these Skrulls, these creatures that have the power to transform to anything they want, right down to the DNA. And Skrulls in the comics, there's a big Skrull invasion. They can change form to anybody. The great comic book Secret Invasions, where the Skrulls have infiltrated Earth and they were the Avengers the entire time. We just didn't know some of them were. So then the Avengers start fighting with each other. We didn't know who was who. Great comic book. Check it out. So we get to see the Skrulls and how they transform, and pretty good. I liked how all that worked. That was great. Seeing the Skrulls on the screen, I was like, yes, maybe one day down the road we get to see the invasion. I don't know. Who knows? But we just have to wait and see. So we get to see Carol do her thing. And, you know, she's kind of have little issues where her memory's kind of fading away. She doesn't know who she is. She doesn't remember a lot about her past. But yeah, she keeps getting these flashbacks. So we get to see that. We get to see Jude Law's character, who's also in this movie, who's kind of like her commander-in-chief, who basically trains her. So he trains her, talks about how, you know, you're a proud warrior. You gotta move forward instead of moving backwards, because it's holding you back. So we get to see that. And then she gets to Earth. Something happens. I'm not going to explain what happens. She gets to Earth, and then she meets Samuel Jackson's character, Nick Fury. And then they go on a buddy cop mission to stop the Skrulls from invading Earth. Now, like I said, I've been waiting a long time to see Captain Marvel, because she is the most strongest character in the Marvel Universe. As of now, we're going to have to wait to see what happens with the X-Men and Fantastic Four coming into town. And hopefully one day we'll get to Sentry, but that's a whole different subject. So, we get this whole buddy cop movie, and for the most part, this movie is great. I like this movie a lot. There are some problems I have with this movie, but they're small, and there's only 2 of them that I have. But I'll get to that in a minute. What I really liked about this movie is Carol herself is just like, oh my god. If you were wondering how powerful she is, when you see this movie, you're gonna be like, yeah, that is a dead man. When we get to Endgame, I can imagine how powerful she's gonna be when we get to Endgame, because I don't think we got to see all her power, but what you see in this movie, you're gonna be like, wow. Yeah, pretty much. Wow. Like, super strong. Like, literally could beat anybody. I mean, if she goes to DC, she'll probably get her ass whooped, but that's a different situation. Anyway, so that's awesome. So we got to see that. Also, I loved how Carol was kind of like a quirky girl. She also has a smug attitude about things. She likes doing her own thing. She, doesn't follow the rules as much. She always kind of breaks them to get what she needs to do. But she gets the job done, and that's kind of cool. So Brie Larson did a great job with this character, and I really appreciated that. And the whole dynamic between her and Samuel Jackson was perfect. Coulson is also in this movie, and he was cool. You know how Coulson is, and if you watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. like I do, and I can't wait for it to come back. But that was some good stuff. He's not in the movie as much, but that was pretty cool. So yeah, the Samuel Jackson as Nick Fury, and now we get to know about him more because this movie kind of sets him up and how we know how he is, from the Avenger movies and all the other movies, and how he deals with aliens and how he's so calm all the time. You get the feeling when you watch this movie, because remember, when you're watching this movie and you see him interact with these things, and Carol and all these Skrulls and all the aliens and all that stuff, you see how he acts in that compared to him when he acts in front of the Hulk and the other alien, the Chitauri, how he's so super calm about aliens now. He's like, yeah, I seen it now. You're a threat. Okay, I'm gonna deal with you. He's not all panicky, or he's like, because he's a rookie in this movie. So yeah, you really do see his character evolve, and it's pretty much awesome. So I enjoyed that for a lot. The cat Goose, awesome as well. Great character. Ben Mendelsohn as the main Skrull bad guy was very good as well. I enjoyed that. What else? Okay, so now let's talk about the plot of the movie. Like I said, Carol really doesn't remember her past. We get to see some flashbacks. The flashbacks were fine. I feel like the movie kind of like loses me a little bit because it kind of feels super slow in the beginning. I mean, it's okay. I get it because, it's an origin movie. You got to be able to keep up. And, it does pick up eventually. And when it does, it's like, okay, hold on. There you go. Makes sense now. But there were a couple things in here I also didn't like. There's actually a subplot to this movie. I'm like, really? Again with this? Because they've done it in the past. I don't want to spoil it. I'm going to do a spoiler review probably next week to really talk about this particular plot point, because Marvel's used this plot point too many times, and I get it, but still, come on. We get this part. Everybody knows about this thing, and why did we needed it? Made no sense to me. Also, Ronan is in this movie. Basically the end of the movie. Because I don't know why he was actually in this movie. His character's pointless in this movie. It just basically tells us, yeah, he's in the movie, and it ties into into Guardians, obviously, because by the way, spoiler, he survives. Even though you've seen Guardians, you know he survives. So just letting you know now, he's worthless in this movie. I don't even know why he doesn't really show up in this movie till the third act. He does like say 2-3 lines, and that's pretty much it. And then it's like, I'm like, okay, you put him in the trailer like one or twice, why you hit him so well, but why? It made no sense. But that bothered me. Made no sense why he was in the movie, and also that secondary plot point of this movie was like, oh come on, again. I get it. I know where you're going with it, but come on, we don't need to see it again. And I don't want to spoil it right now, because honestly, if I do, it's going to ruin the movie for you guys. I mean, it's such a small plot detail, but, I don't know. It's weird. Oh, the best part of this movie, make sure you guys get to the movie early, because once the credits roll, big surprise, and that was such a cool surprise. Maybe tear up a little bit. You know what I'm talking about. And the after credit, both of them are very good. The first one is the most important one, which is like, basically gives you goosebumps, because it's like it sets up what it needs to set up, and it's like, yes. The second one is just there for last, but it was a fun laugh, so it was cool. But then the ending to that also kind of is like, now it makes sense, I guess, but you'll see when you see, so stay after the credits. But like I said, Captain Marvel is a fun movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Listen, am I disappointed with how they handled the character a little bit? No. Am I disappointed how they handled the movie? A little bit. Just a small little bit. Like I said, there were some things I didn't like. But overall, the movie was great. It was good. Not great, just good. It was good. Brie Larson crushed it in the role. I cannot wait to see what she does moving forward. Because remember, when we first met Iron Man, there were probably things people didn't like about it. Now look at him. Everybody loves Iron Man now, right? Same thing with Captain America. We're going to get to know Brie Larson's Captain Marvel moving forward. I don't even know how old she is. She could be in her 30s for all I know. So she could play this character as long as she wants. So, yeah, get ready for the ride of our lives when we see Captain Marvel moving forward. I'm telling you right now, I'm just saying this was for fun. Thanos is going to die in Endgame. After just seeing this, it's like, yeah, he's a dead man. He's a dead man. He should go back in time and stop himself from snapping with what's going to happen to him now moving forward. Because he's going to get what's coming to him from Captain Marvel. I can just guarantee it. If not her, she just by her standing next to him, he's going to be like, yeah, I'm better to get out of the way. But we're going to have to wait for Endgame for that. But like I said, Captain Marvel is a fun movie. I enjoyed it. If you're a Marvel fan and you wanted to watch this movie, go check it out. And there's a lot of laughs in this movie too, so that was some good stuff. Brie Larson's character was great. She did some things that I enjoyed a lot. She's a very strong woman, very powerful character. Nick Fury was awesome as always. And now that I understand Nick Fury a lot more, you get the origin of him, kind of. And you get why he is who he is in, the future movies. And it's like, you have a deep respect for him now moving forward. So it's like, yeah, okay. And Coulson's Coulson. So, I could watch him just have a burger in the movie and he'll still be good to me. So, yeah, there you go. Captain Marvel, go check it out. Like I said, it's a good movie. I enjoyed it. A couple of things here and there I didn't like, but, we'll discuss that when I do my spoiler review. So leave me a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, if you've seen the movie, and what did you guys think about it? Did you guys like it? Did you guys thought it was okay? Did you guys hated it? Leave me a comment below. Let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good day.